At the beginning of the movie, a man named Gaggle arrives at Susan's place. Here we learn that he is heading to a place called the compound, which, by the way, sounds like a place where you'd be forced to do non-stop work while being forbidden from making eye contact. A man named Kath takes Gaggle to the compound. During their journey, Kath tells Gaggle that he has to pay for everything, from the bathroom to water, because apparently water is now more valuable than gold. This reveals that water has become very scarce and expensive. Great. Now you can't even drink water without feeling guilty about it. On the way, their car breaks down, and while they are fixing it, they see a dog brutally attacking and eating another dog. Talk about a rough situation. To stop the suffering, Kath kills the injured dog. Well, that's one way to put a dog out of its misery. Afterward, they manage to fix the car and continue their journey. Good thing the dog didn't eat the engine, or they'd still be stuck. Later, when they stop near a campfire at night, Gaggle shows Kath a pamphlet asking for workers, because who doesn't want to work in a place that's already sketchy? Which is why Gaggle is heading to the compound. Kath warns him that the place isn't much different from where they are now. It's just a ravine, and they will be forced to work non-stop without even making eye contact with anyone. Sounds like a vacation spot, right? The next day, Gaggle drives, but the car overheats and stops. Apparently, even cars need a break from this madness. Kath becomes angry. I mean, who wouldn't be? While they are checking things, Gaggle finds a rock that looks like gold. Wait, did he just stumble upon treasure by accident? And he tells Kath about it. Kath burns the rock to test it, confirming that it is indeed gold, because who wouldn't burn a rock to see if it's shiny enough to make you rich? Together, they begin digging to find more gold, because why not keep digging when you accidentally found the treasure map? The gold rock they find is large, and they can't dig it out. They try pulling it out, but that doesn't work either. As night approaches, Kath looks for wood to build a campfire, which will keep wild dogs away. Gaggle helps him with this. When they sit near the campfire, Kath tells Gaggle that he doesn't think he needs to go to the compound anymore. Gaggle agrees, as they are excited about the possibility of becoming rich from the gold. Kath suggests that one of them will need to bring a crane to pull out the gold, while the other stays behind to watch over the gold. Kath mentions he knows a place nearby where they can get the tools they need, but it will take them 5 days to get there. Kath wants Gaggle to stay with the gold while he goes to get the crane. However, Gaggle insists that he should stay and keep watch, while Kath should go for the crane, since Kath knows where to find it. Kath says he doesn't trust Gaggle to handle things alone because the situation will be difficult, and Gaggle might act recklessly in his frustration. Gaggle refuses to agree, insisting he can manage everything on his own. The next day, Kath gives Gaggle food and a phone before leaving with the car. Before he leaves, Kath tells Gaggle to take care of the situation. To avoid being disturbed, Gaggle covers the gold rock completely so no one can spot it. He then sets up camp by tying a cloth to a nearby dry tree to shield himself from the sun. Later, he collects wood and lights a fire as night falls. The next morning, he wakes up to the sound of a funnel, but before he can speak, the funnel is cut off. While collecting wood, a man notices a reflection far away, making him nervous. He hides the gold he has found carefully, making sure no one can see it. He then arrives at a place where he finds a crashed plane. He breaks apart the plane and drags the parts to the spot where he buried the gold. Using the plane parts, he makes a tent to stay in safely. The next day, he wakes up to find his body and face burning from the extreme heat and sunlight. Painful rashes are forming on his skin. He goes to the spot where the gold is buried and tries to break it again. He manages to break off a small piece and keeps it with him, feeling happy. Just then he gets a phone call from Kath. Kath tells him that the engine has overheated, so they have to stop at a station. He tries to hurry, but it will take some time. At night, he tries to light a fire with wood because he hears wild dogs nearby. The dogs try to attack him, but he scares them off with the burning wood. The next day, Gaggle realizes he has run out of food and is surviving only on water. His condition is getting worse. Then he sees a snake coming toward him. He tries to attack it but fails. In the process, he drops the water from his bottle. He goes back to the place where the crashed plane is, and while taking out more plane parts, he sees a woman. He tries to hide as he doesn't want her to see the gold, but the woman spots him. Gagel hesitantly comes out, and the woman offers him some dried snake meat to eat. He refuses. She is surprised because there is nothing to eat or drink in the area. She asks him why he's there, and Gagel explains that there is a water pit about 5 kilometers away where he could find things to survive. However, he refuses to go there. The woman is curious about the plane wreckage and suspects that Gagel is hiding something. She starts walking toward his camp, thinking Gagel is hiding something from her. Gagel tries to stop her, but she keeps moving forward. He then tells her to take the plane parts and use them to build a shelter, saying he will never come back. But the woman continues to follow him and keeps asking questions. She wants to know why he is there and how he arrived. Gagel tells her he's heading to a compound where his friend will help him, but he doesn't have more details to share. The woman starts to think that Gagel is lying. As his condition worsens, the woman decides to go to his camp to rest. As she reaches the camp, the lady tells Wiggle, "I know you're hiding something. You've come here with one of your friends, and you're staying here to make some plans that you don't want to share. But I will find out, and when I do, I'll get angry and attack him." Suddenly, Wiggle attacks her with a blade, knocking her unconscious. However, he soon realizes that she is dead. Wiggle becomes very nervous because he never meant to kill her. Scared, he digs a pit and buries her body, taking some necessary items with him. While eating, Wiggle notices wild dogs nearby, dragging the lady's body and eating it. He quickly drags her body away and gathers wood to burn it. After burning her body, he buries her remaining bones in the ground. The next morning, Wiggle gets a phone call telling him that Gagel has a bulldozer, but it's slowing him down. Gagel starts crying, but Kath comforts him, telling him to stay strong. Gagel promises to reach him soon. Then, Gagel sees a car approaching and becomes nervous, fearing someone might discover the gold. However, the car passes by without stopping, and Gagel feels relieved. He starts collecting wood to build a fire again. But soon a massive sandstorm hits. Gagel struggles to survive, and his entire tent and water bottle are destroyed. He is buried under a tree by the sandstorm. When he wakes up in the morning, he finds that a piece of wood is stuck in his stomach. The storm has also moved the tree where he buried the gold, so now he can't find the exact spot. Despite this, he searches and eventually finds the gold. He removes the wood from his stomach, ties up the wound with a cloth, and burns it with a heated iron to stop the bleeding and infection. The heat and lack of shelter worsen Gagel's condition. When he opens his eyes again, he sees a girl about to attack him. But when she sees that he is awake, she stops and gives him some water to drink. Afterward, Gagel starts feeling weak due to lack of water. Meanwhile, the girl sees the same lady who had been killed, and remembers how she had given money to the person she had killed. The girl's phone rings, and Kath asks her who is with her and if she knows about the gold. He tells her to get the girl away from there immediately. Wiggle agrees, and when the girl asks for food, he refuses her and tells her to leave. The girl does not leave, but instead asks Wiggle, "Did you see my sister?" This shows that her sister is dead. The girl is actually the sister of the woman who had been killed earlier. Meanwhile, Gagel sees fire burning all around him. He calls Kath and asks, "Where are you?" Kath replies, "I'm very close to you." Suddenly, wild dogs attack Gagel. He is surrounded by them, and they begin licking the blood from his wound. The dogs try to attack him again. From a distance, Kath watches the scene and does nothing to help. In fact, he wants Gagel to die so that he can take all the gold for himself. Gagel realizes what is happening, and then the dogs brutally attack him, dragging him away and tearing him apart as they eat him. Near Kath, we see many lit cigarettes, which shows that he had been waiting for a long time, hoping Gagel would die. After Gagel's death, Kath reaches the place where the gold is hidden, using a crane. Then, the girl attacks Kath with an arrow and kills him. As a result, even Kath cannot get the gold, and the story ends here.
Of gold gleam in Virgil's eye. Air blows, the engine dies, but fate delivers a golden prize. Gold in the sand, a treasure untold, a dream so bright it burns your soul. Through the heat and the pain, will you survive? In the wasteland, only greed's alive.
Yo, I'm Keith, I've seen this game. Survival's tough, it ain't no fame. 5 days max, I'm out of here. But Virgil's shaking, gripped by fear. Stay with the gold, he says all pride. But can he handle the desert ride? I'm out for the digger, but here's the twist. I'll take it all, he won't be missed. Days pass by, Virgil's mind corrodes. Paranoia strikes, his sanity explodes. Wild dogs howl, the night's their stage. The desert's heat fuels his growing rage. A woman appears with questions sharp. Her gaze cuts deep like a desert heart. Shovel strikes, the truth lies buried. The wild dogs reveal the secrets he carried.
Gold in the sand, a treasure untold, a dream so bright it burns your soul. Through the heat and the pain, will you survive? In the wasteland, only greed's alive.
I'm losing grip, my mind's amazed. The desert sun sets my world ablaze. A scorpion stares, a snake strikes fast. Water spills, how long can I last?
Voices haunt me, ghosts of the past. 5 days gone, my strength won't last. Keith, where you at? You left me to rot. But gold's my prize, that's all I've got.
A storm rolls in, ripping through the night. The camp destroyed, no hope in sight. A branch through the stomach, pain takes hold. The price of greed is bitter and cold. I'm watching close, got a plan so slick. Excavator ready, time to get rich quick. Virgil's done, the dogs made sure. Now it's my turn to grab the lure. But wait, what's this? An arrow flies straight to my chest, I'll meet my demise. Greed's a killer, that's the truth. Gold's a curse, it steals your youth.
Gold in the sand, a treasure untold, a dream so bright it burns your soul. Through the heat and the pain, no one survived. In the wasteland, only greed's alive.